Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you would never ask, Heidi. It is Thursday. It's the 7th day of April. It's National Beer Day.
Okay.
So that's why yesterday was New Beer's Eve.
I see.
Or Beer's Eve or whatever it was. National Coffee Cake Day. Ooh, that sounds
I
good.
love coffee
National
cake.
Girl Me Too Day. National No Housework Day. National Burrito Day.
Burritos
And
are always good.
National Alcohol Screening Day, which happens to land on Beer Day.
Alrighty.
That just seems pretty odd. And I do have a Thursday Dear John letter to share today as well from Friendly Fella. I actually know this guy. He's a super duper nice guy. And I appreciate the people who've chimed in already with this letter. But
So then I should probably be nice today with my response?
well, you should always be nice. But I'm just saying,
if you know him.
here's where the problem is. He was saying goodbye to people at the end of his workday, and he got yelled at by a coworker.
Oh.
It's just, I feel bad for him. And I can imagine the look on his face when this guy was yelling at him, because it would just be mean. But anyway, we're going to chat about that coming up.
What can I say that I haven't already said about bettercreditcards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At bettercreditcards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. Everybody likes to hear a nice compliment, but who wants an honest criticism? Surprisingly, a lot of us. Researchers at the American Psychological Association found most people underestimate just how much other people appreciate and desire constructive criticism that could improve their performance. Earlier studies have concluded that we tend to hold our tongue over fear of confrontation, rudeness, or negative outcomes. In a series of experiments, the researchers found that not only did participants underestimate how much the other person wanted the constructive feedback, but more importantly, or more consequential, the feedback, people were more likely to believe the other person didn't want to hear what they had to say. So they're like, oh, no, I'm not going to tell them. I just don't want to do it. I don't want to make somebody feel bad. Scientists concluded, even if you feel hesitant to give feedback, we could recommend that you give it. Imagine you're in the other person's shoes and ask yourself, would you want this feedback? Most likely you would. So there you go. Interesting stuff. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Are you looking for an energy drink that's natural, lasts longer, has no dyes, no artificial flavorings, and no sugar? Blitz Energy Drink is the answer. With only 10 calories per serving and 200 milligrams of caffeine, our formula will help increase your focus, endurance, mood, and energy levels. Order now at drinkblitzenergy.com. Use promo code RADIO20 to save 20% and get free shipping on any canister. drinkblitzenergy.com. Promo code RADIO20. That's drinkblitzenergy.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by radiotravelgroup.com. Heidi, did you know? Turns out in space, people can hear you scream or sing or whatever. New data collected by NASA's Perseverance rover has allowed the space agency to come up with an online tool to replicate how people sound on Mars compared to Earth. To find out what their voice would sound like at the end of on the other end of this spectrum here on the red planet, Earthlings ask users to upload a 10-second clip, then go to the Sounds of Mars section on the NASA website to navigate to You on Mars, then click Record Your Greeting. Next, this sounds like it was written by a scientist. Next, you'll be invited to download or play the Mars version of the audio file. According to NASA, on Mars, you would sound quieter and more muffled, and slightly longer time for you to hear it. So it would kind of sound like this.
That's fantastic.
I did that with putting my hand over my mouth. What do you think of that, NASA?
That's pretty impressive.
There we go. We don't know everything, but now we know this. I've got a link if you want to try it. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. After 100 days in theaters, Sony/Marvel's Spider-Man No Way Home has crossed another box office milestone, becoming just the third film ever to gross $800 million in North America. It joins Star Wars, The Force Awakens, and Avengers Endgame as the only movies to hit that rare benchmark in the U.S. and Canada. So, congrats to them. American Idol, Season 20 auditions came to a close recently. And it was the thing that's interesting. There's a person on there, Ava Maybe. She's the daughter of Red Hot Chili Peppers drummer Chad Smith.
Oh, cool.
But she didn't really mention that during the audition because she was trying to make it on her own, which I think is really kind of cool.
That's pretty cool.
Anyway, afterwards, he was like sharing and telling people, hey, check it out, it's my daughter, which of course Dad's going to do that.
Absolutely, that's awesome.
HBO Max's animated superhero slate is expanding with a Harley Quinn spinoff. They announced the character Kite Man is going to get his own series. And there's more information here, too, if you're interested in that. I've got all that and more on everything we mentioned in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many guests. This year we have more icons and more fun. Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Gramm, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more already on the schedule. Plus, more announcements coming soon. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort Cancun. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. One of the most important and convenient hotel amenities is disappearing these days, according to NerdWallet. Whether out of necessity, due to staffing shortages, or simply to save money, it seems that daily housekeeping in many hotels is becoming more and more rare. During the pandemic early days, when transmission was more of a mystery, many hotels cut housekeeping services to reduce contact between strangers. Now, 2 years later,
now it's because of staff.
Still hasn't completely returned.
Yeah.
Some hotels only offer housekeeping by request with all rooms cleaned at least every sixth night. Other offer light housekeeping every second day, which might include towel replacement, garbage removal, but not bed making. And with the cutbacks now, more about money than safety, experts don't see that trend reversing anytime soon. How to ensure that you'll have housekeeping at your destination? Researchers say check ahead of time. Make sure you see if they do that. Or they say if you go to a higher end place, most of them still do that. At budget hotels, you might still be able to have daily room freshening if you ask nicely. I got to tell you, I'm not a fan of that.
I know. I was just going to say, this wouldn't bother you a bit, but it bothers me.
We stay somewhere for a few days. I'm like, I don't need anybody coming in here. She's like, well, I want to come make the bed. I'm like,
yeah,
we can pull the bed together. Like, we don't need someone else doing that. Like, we don't have anybody do this at our house every day. So
I know, but I'm on vacation. I want to make the bed.
I'll make the bed. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I've seen how you make the bed.
She does make fun of me. It's like, what is that? I made the bed. No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
I did too. I pulled the covers up and I threw the 97 pillows back over in that area. It's good. Let's go now. After beekeepers in France noticed their bees were producing an unusual shade of blue and green honey, they discovered bees were eating remnants of M&M candy shells from a nearby factory.
Oh, funny.
And it changed the color of the honey. I didn't know that was even a thing.
I wonder if it changed the flavor of the honey.
It's pretty crazy, though. There you go. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Thursday.
Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? Check out this beautiful family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Poipu, Kauai, Hawaii. Our family stayed recently and we absolutely loved it. The area is so beautiful and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can all enjoy your own area in a vacation rental? Visit Hawaii and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. Learn more at radiotravelgroup.com. That's radiotravelgroup.com.
And it's time right now for Dear John Letters. All right, I've got a Dear John letter here today from a friend of mine, actually. He first mentioned this on Facebook, and then I said, hey, I could see if I can help. I'm going to insert myself into this issue. And I got it posted on our Facebook page. Again, we always keep things anonymous, so I'm not going to tell you who it is. But he's a nice dude. Very, very, very nice dude. That's why I signed the name Friendly Fella, because he is a super friendly fella. Dear John, I think I may have done something to upset a coworker. Each day, at the end of my shift, I walk from office to office and say goodbye to everyone. I had this guy ask me, why do you do that? Are you trying to aggravate me every day? I apologized and explained that, hey, I was just saying goodbye. Now, when I leave, I don't say goodbye to him, but I still say goodbye to everyone else. The other day, he glared at me when I was walking by, and I think he's angry with me. I don't know if it's something I did or what happened, but now it's uncomfortable. I was going to skip saying goodbye to everybody, but I don't think that feels right either. What do you think? Did I do something wrong, do you think? Should I quit saying goodbye to everyone else too? I feel like I'm pushing some sort of wedge in between me and this coworker. What do you suggest? Well, first of all, I gotta say,
That is so bizarre.
I don't think it has anything to do with you. I think this dude is having a bad day. I wouldn't do it at the end of the day because he must be super stressed out at the end of the day for whatever reason. But sometime earlier in the day, maybe pop by his office and just say, hey, I just want to clear the air between us. I hope you understand. I'm not trying to aggravate you. If you don't want me to stop and say goodbye anymore, I won't do that. I just do it because I'm a friendly dude and I want to say goodbye to people. And again, he's from a different part of the country than where he lives now. So where he's living now, they don't know each other. They don't know neighbors. It's a bigger city. I mean, where he's from a small town where you know everybody. And it's just the right thing to do to say, see you later, Mike. Hey, have a good one, Fred.
Right.
Talk to you, and sometimes even, hey, if you need any help or anything, let me know. And he said this to a guy who's from a big city. And the guy from the big city is basically going, what is your problem? Why are you doing this?
I think that's really sad.
I think it's sad too. But do you think it has anything to do with what he did, or do you think it's just this guy who, for whatever reason, was angry? Because he's saying, did I do something wrong, do you think? No. I don't think you did anything wrong. Do you?
Well, I don't know. I guess I don't know. I don't know the situation.
You're laughing.
I wasn't there.
You're mocking this whole thing.
I just think it's so bizarre.
It is kind of bizarre.
I've never heard anybody get angry with someone because they said goodbye before.
Well, I don't think it has anything to do with that.
I
think
know.
he was angry about something completely different, and you just happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. So who knows I don't know what this guy does, what his job is in the company this gentleman works for, but if it's something stressful, if he just had a major client cancel, or if he had, something really negative happen, and that just happened, and you walked in and said, hey, see you later, buddy. And he was all mad because of that, and he took it out on you. I don't think it has anything to do with my friend. I really
with
don't.
Your friend.
I don't think it does. Leave my friend alone. I already told him, you let me know when. I'm going to come. I'm coming there. I'll fly in to have this conversation with, if I had the letter from him, it would be Mr. Nasty Mean Guy.
You better be careful. He might be a listener, too.
I don't think so. No, because he'd be much friendlier if he was. So anyway, if you'd like to chime in with advice for friendly fella.
Nasty mean guy's going to come along here and pull a Will Smith on you.
Oh, would you stop it? Do you have any advice for my friend?
I don't know. Just leave the guy alone, I guess.
Okay, here's my first question. Do you think he should continue saying goodbye to everybody else?
Well, maybe find out if everybody else likes it, too. They might not like it either.
Do you mind if I say goodbye?
And this
each
mean
day?
guy was just the spokesman for the group. I don't know.
We've all gotten together and we decided we don't like it when you do that. Oh, I hope that's not what's going on. No, it doesn't sound like everybody else is mad about it. It's just the one dude. Again, I don't think it has anything to do with you saying goodbye, but I would still say goodbye to everybody else. And I would actually go and talk to him and just say, I feel really bad.
You're going to get this poor guy beat up.
No, I'm not. And hey, he's a big dude. He could probably handle himself. He's a big teddy bear, but I think he can handle himself. He makes me look like a little fella. So I would go in and just say, hey, just want to clean the air between us. I don't know what's going on, but you seem really angry because I said goodbye.
I'd say goodbye twice as often.
I thought,
I'd say goodbye to him twice every day.
Exactly what I would expect of Heidi.
And I'd say hello.
If you every morning, at lunchtime. See you after lunch. All right. If you'd like to chime in, you can do it at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
What can I say that I haven't already said about bettercreditcards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At bettercreditcards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The term checkmate in chess is from the 14th century Arabic phrase shatmat, meaning the king is helpless. Huh. Oh. That's cool. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Before airplanes existed, jet lag was called boat lag. So it's always been a thing. It just called it something else. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
is that, John?
The opposite of paranoia is proanoia. A person suffering from proanoia feels that people or entities around them are plotting to do good things for them. It's like, oh, what's that guy doing? I don't know. He's probably going to make me some
Something
coffee.
nice. It's going to be good.
I wish I had that. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Sonic the Hedgehog's full name is Ogilvy Maurice Hedgehog.
Okay.
Awesome. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Cattle are the only mammals that urinate backwards. Okay.
I had
Although
no
I do think
idea.
I saw one drunk guy do that once. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Studies show a 50% off sign increases sales even if shoppers don't know the original price or what a reasonable price for that product would possibly
That
be.
is true.
Yeah, I know somebody, not going to say who. It's Heidi.
Not me. I know my prices.
She falls for sales and
I buy things on sale, but
yeah.
I always know my prices.
she does. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Are you looking for an energy drink that's natural, lasts longer, has no dyes, no artificial flavorings, and no sugar? Blitz Energy Drink is the answer. With only 10 calories per serving and 200 milligrams of caffeine, our formula will help increase your focus, endurance, mood, and energy levels. Order now at drinkblitzenergy.com. Use promo code RADIO20 to save 20% and get free shipping on any canister. drinkblitzenergy.com. Promo code RADIO20. That's drinkblitzenergy.com.
Time now for the question of the day. It comes your way courtesy of radiotravelgroup.com. Heidi, here's a question. 73% of people agree that this is a really bad habit, especially in the office. What is it?
Clipping your toenails.
Clipping your toenails in the office?
You do that, and it's disgusting.
I've never clipped my toenails in the
Yes,
office. No,
you have
I
to.
clipped my fingernails in the office. So you're telling me I yanked my sock off and threw it up on the counter here? Yeah, hang on. Snip, snip, snip.
Both are disgusting. Clipping your fingernails
It
is
was my
disgusting,
fingernails
too.
that I did. I did not do my toenails in the office. I used to go to meetings where a guy would clip his fingernails in a meeting, and I always thought, that's kind
It's
of
gross.
We'd meet like once a month, and he would clip his or it's not his toenails, his fingernails in every meeting.
So what's the answer?
The answer is chewing on a pen or a pencil.
Oh, I do that all the
73%.
time.
Yeah, because you're gross. 73% of people agree that this is a bad habit, especially in the office. Chewing on pens and pencils. That's your question of the day. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many guests. This year we have more icons and more fun. Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Gramm, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more already on the schedule. Plus, more announcements coming soon. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort Cancun. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by weirdgiftoftheday.com. A New Zealand couple thought they'd found the world's largest potato. They were so excited. And then they did DNA testing to find out they don't have a potato. Colin and Donna Craig Brown submitted a giant spud they discovered, and they named him Doug. And they submitted him to the Guinness Book of World Records. Their big potato.
Their potato.
Yeah, their big world record potato is a root vegetable, but it's not a potato. Turns out Doug is a gourd. So, they say it's not even a root vegetable.
What is it?
Anyway, it's a gourd.
Oh.
The current Guinness World Record for the heaviest potato is 10 pounds, 14 ounces. Doug was 17 pounds. Despite the disappointing news, the couple still kept Doug in their freezer, saying, I say good day to him every time I pull out sausages. He's a cool character. I want to meet these people.
Yeah.
They named their potato Doug. Now he's a gourd. He's still Doug. All right. It's a bit bizarre. It's today's weird news. Brought to you by weirdgiftoftheday.com. They've got their countdown to Easter going on now. There's some silly stuff there. Again, weirdgiftoftheday.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list, brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. Here's common knowledge that most people don't know. So several of these things that I didn't know. Bridges are not attached on both sides. I didn't know that. They're traditionally
I didn't know that either.
pinned on one side using two super pins. They rest unfixed on the other end. That helps avoid stress on the bridge and flexing and expanding and contracting. I didn't know that. Also, airplanes are fixed with duct tape. If they get a crack, it does happen. If it's in a non-critical area, standard procedure is to put some fancy duct tape over it until a repair can be done.
That's a little terrifying.
If you were in an airplane, you saw him pulling out duct
I'd be
tape
like, is it possible for me to change my flight?
I can't even imagine. Another one. People get hacked. Not the device, but people. People get hacked. What? Most hacking is done tricking the user, not the computer. Okay. How about this one? No websites or apps really store your password. That's why they can't show your password to you. There's a one-way scrambling of your password. Anyway, there's more stuff on the list here. It's all common knowledge people don't know. It's part of the list in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? Check out this beautiful family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Poipu, Kauai, Hawaii. Our family stayed recently and we absolutely loved it. The area is so beautiful and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can all enjoy your own area in a vacation rental? Visit Hawaii and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. Learn more at radiotravelgroup.com. That's radiotravelgroup.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way courtesy of insurancechicken.com. This is from Ferris Bueller. It's really Matthew Broderick, but from the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It says, the key to faking out parents is the clammy hands. It's a good non-specific symptom. I'm a big believer in it. A lot of people will tell you that a good phony fever is a deadlock, but you get a nervous mother, you could wind up in a doctor's office.
That's true.
And that's worse than school. You fake a stomach cramp, and you're bent over moaning and and wailing, and you lick your palms. It's a little childish and stupid, but then so is high school. John Hughes movie.
That was a brilliant movie. He was the master.
He was the master. And Matthew Broderick did a darn good job pulling that off. That movie still holds up today.
Yeah,
we just saw it. Was that like 3 years ago? I don't know. Whenever it was, they had an anniversary, 30th anniversary or 35th anniversary, whatever it was. Yeah, we took the day off and we went to it. So it was really fun. It's your quote of the day. Comes your way, courtesy of insurancechicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of radiotravelgroup.com. Several things posted on there right now. There's a place in Hawaii, there's a place in Florida, and then the trip that's coming up that we're going to be on in Cancun, Mexico. Again, all the details at radiotravelgroup.com. Here's a headline. Take a listen to this. All 42 children reported missing on a school trip were found with drones. How cool is that?
That's pretty cool.
Dozens of children reported missing. They were on a school trip near the Dead Sea, but they were all located and rescued thanks to a drone. 42 children between the 5th and 8th grade. At about 7 p.m. Monday is when they realized, hey, these guys never came back. And they were part of a bigger group. So it was just part of the group. 42 of the people didn't make it back. That's when the people leading the trip said, okay, we need to call the police. And can you imagine making that call? And like,
Could you imagine being the parents
we
of those
accidentally
children?
lost 42 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad. Anyway, they realized what happened. They launched a search operation. Rescuers had drones, and they were searching for the children. After about an hour, they spotted some of them. The rest were found soon after that. The search was complicated because the children who went astray didn't even stay together. So some went this way, some went that way. Rescuers on foot were directed to where they were seeing them thanks to the drone. And again, thank goodness, all of them were found in good condition. And rescue forces announced that the drones helped save the day.
Wow.
Yeah, that could have ended poorly. Hey, if you're ever in a trip like that, stick with the group. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Don't wander off.
You shouldn't have to tell anybody that.
You really
but,
shouldn't have to tell anybody.
All right. Time to
that.
say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Thursday.